Context. Context is the background in which the foreground exists. It's the circumstance or the situation or the environment in which you're operating, or you're in which you're having a conversation, or in which you're fulfilling your commitment. It's the why behind the what. It's like this the story behind the story. So the story of my life, um, the story of my life was that I'm broken and no one ever hears me, and the world is cold, dark, and scary, and people are dangerous. And so that was the background. So the foreground was, I'm um, need to take extraordinary measures to be heard, being really entertaining or whatever. That I need to be really hard and cold and tough because the world is scary, dark, and dangerous. I'm unlovable, so I have a history of all these crazy relationships where I had constant beatdowns and just a lot of dysfunction, and I'm broken and I'm not really worth anything anyway. So what difference does it make? So that's an old context, right? And I can remember moments in my childhood where I literally created that context for my life, that background story. And then as I, have a breakthrough, I invite someone to come in and tell me the truth. In this case, it was Jonathan, and he's like, "Dude, we got all this great work to do, and you're gonna be, you're gonna be heard like you've never imagined, and we're gonna be on this epic mission, and creating sustainable villages around the world and waking the world up, and we're gonna show up right when the world needs us most, and you're being divinely and perfectly prepared. Everything here is perfect, even though it doesn't really seem like it at the moment, but you've got the perfect childhood and the perfect mother and the perfect situation and the perfect environment to train you just right for this mission that we're going to be on together." And then that created a new background story for my life. So where I could have been just a dude in Costa Rica trying to get away from something or just trying to make it, I'm now live this epic life of being a visionary and a lighthouse, and this really inspiring idea to create self-sustainable villages for people to come and live, and to promote the kind of leadership that really inspires me, and co-lead Awaken Life Live and be John's partner. All that is available out of this new context, this new background story for my life, this new truth, if you will, that I've created to replace an old truth, right? So triggers, when you're triggered, it's a wonderful way to be informed that there's some context, there's some backstory for your life that is illusionary. It's not working for you, right? So when you get triggered, it's like, hey, some context here that's not really working for you. Okay, cool. Then you can actually go back and alter that context, alter that story by telling the truth. So you could say that the uh, condition of life is the story, the background story before you create something, and the context is the new story that you are creating consciously. So the old story that I'm broken or worthless, or no one will ever hear me, is a condition from my past, and the newly created context, the truth, I'm love and everything's perfect and I'm being divinely prepared, would be a new context giving new life to the content of my life. So context. Thank you.